Hello guys, welcome back to the channel once more. My name is Eden. I'm a Ghanaian and I'm going to react to reports suggesting that Dominic Solanke has told the Nigerian Football Federation (NFF) of his readiness to switch nationality from playing for England to play for Nigeria Super Eagles. We are going to react to this because in my own opinion, I think this is good news for Nigeria and also by extension, good news for Africa. But then there's a bad side to this we are going to take a look at. So guys, make sure to like, subscribe and turn on notification. Quickly, let's jump into it and begin by reading the report. Now, the report says that Bournemouth striker Dominic Solanke has informed the Nigeria Football Federation (NFF) of his readiness to play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria after the Three Lions of England snubbed him from the Euro 2024 squad currently in Germany. The striker scored 19 Premier League goals last season for Bournemouth and has represented England at the youth level, which is under 17, under 20 and also under 21. He has also won the under 20 World Cup with England, and currently the 26-year-old is in talks with the NFF to switch his allegiance and play for Nigeria Super Eagles. So guys, let me know your thoughts about it. The report is live in front of you. What do you make of it? Good or bad? As I said, there is good side to it and also there is a bad side to this particular one. So this is my own opinion on the issue. I want to start with the good one. If you take a look at the Nigerian national team, which is the Super Eagles team, they don't have a problem when it comes to players who can play that forward role. Osimhen, Boniface, Lukman, Murphy, the list goes on. A lot of players in Nigeria are sport of choice when it comes to players who can play that forward role. So adding Dominic Solanke to the team or not does not change anything about the Nigerian national team. But then there's a saying here in Ghana that "enamdodo and senkwine," meaning that a lot of meat in a soup does not swallow the soup. What I'm trying to say is that it will be good to enrich your squad with Dominic Solanke rather than leaving him out, because your team is as good as your bench. So whether Dominic Solanke starts or sits on the bench for Nigeria, he definitely is going to play an important role for them going forward. So if the player has now come to his senses, excuse me for using that word, to now play for Nigeria, I mean, that is good. Nigeria should take him on. And I'm happy for the player. I believe this is good for Nigeria, in my own opinion, and also good for Africa. Speaking of Africa, African football is evolving. It's changing. We all saw it at the AFCON. The AFCON taught us a lot, that the football is changing. And I've always been of the view that one day, African best player will not be a player born here in Africa. He might be born somewhere else. But then, because by the extension that his parents are maybe Africans, might end up winning the African Football of the Year. I've always said this. And also, I am of the view that any player who is eligible to play for any African country should choose that African country over other countries such as England. I'm always peculiar about England because England is one team that a lot of these young footballers are dying to play for. But then this same England will use you once and dump you and take another player. England is like a beautiful girl who knows that, every single guy wants her. That is how England is. A beautiful girl that knows that every single guy wants her. Once you don't meet her needs, you are gone and the next player comes in. As simple as that. So I advise young players who are eligible to play for other African countries, see, if you have the opportunity and you are doing work correctly, make sure that you connect with your roots. Have a discussion with your family. Whoever, comes from Africa, have a discussion with them and let them know that this is the decision you have made. Because African football is evolving. It's just going to go up from where it took off. AFCON taught us a lot. So to me, Nigeria, this is good. In my own opinion, this is good for Nigeria. They should make sure to fast track it. This player last season for Bournemouth scored 11 goals. He was Bournemouth's highest goal scorer last season. At the end of the season, he was voted the fans' footballer of the year at Bournemouth. So what else do you want? I believe that football comes with certain unforeseen circumstances such as injuries. So if in case you have players such as Osimhen or Boniface injured, you have Dominic Solanke, who is also a capable player who can give you same result. He's a player that his profile is not yet in Nigeria national team. And I believe that if these rumors are true, Nigeria should really work on it and make sure they grab this guy. In my own opinion, this is a big win for Africa. This goes to other players who are yet to make the decision. If you are still waiting for England to give you a call-up, but then you have the chance to go and play for other Africans, I don't know what you are waiting for. Maybe deliverance. Just make the move. Make the move. As simple as that. I don't know what else to tell you. Come enjoy the African family. We know how to hype. We know how to hype our players. So I don't know why you don't want to play for England. Rise up and come to Africa. It is very important. Come home. Now, the bad side of this is very simple. Now, we all know that Congo, when Aaron Wan-Bissaka decided to switch nationality from England and play for Congo, Congo rejected. And their reason was simple, because they went to the player first and the player rejected them. So when the player decided that he wants to now switch nationality, Congo said, no, we are not going to be a second choice. From the report, it says that when England snubbed Dominic Solanke, that was when he decided to switch nationality and play for Nigeria. In my own opinion, it's like Nigeria is being considered as a second option, Charlie. But if the player is good, sometimes you need to forgo those things. You get me? But then this is just the bad side of it. The player considering Nigeria as a second choice. It happens. It happens. Sometimes you like a girl, but then the girl doesn't like you at first sight. The girl likes another guy. And then later, the girl finds out that that guy was not what she actually wants. And then comes back to you. It always happens. That is life. So it is a bad side to it. But then I think if the player has potential quality, Nigeria shouldn't worry about the bad side, the negative aspect of it, because it's just minute. Nigeria should go on and focus on the positives of having Dominic Solanke on the national team. And this is my own reaction to this particular one. Let me know your own down below in the comments. But lastly, let me add this. Currently, Nigeria are looking for a coach to coach the Super Eagles. Now, we have heard of names such as Herve Renard, and Herve Renard here in Africa is a big name. It's a coach that I believe is going to help the Nigeria Super Eagles team. The coach won AFCON with Zambia, won AFCON with Ivory Coast. He has won this with two nations. Different. We all saw him at the World Cup 2022 with Qatar. He inspired Qatar to beat Argentina in their first game. That is Herve Renard. We all hear that Herve Renard is about to leave the French women's national team. He will be a free agent. So he's free to be picked up by any country. And Nigeria want to pursue him. I think it's a very good option. And the NFF should make sure they make the right decision with the next coach they are going to pick. And Herve Renard is the right coach. See, whatever money he needs, just pay him. Because Nigeria have like 6 games more to play in the World Cup qualifiers. All hope is not lost yet. Once Nigeria have a good coach, everything will be on the right path. As simple as that. All you have to do is win the rest of your game. Simple. Simple. So I believe that you need a coach who has that, magnitude of achievements to come into the team, because you don't always need a tactical coach. You also need a coach that can manage. A coach that can tell Osimhen that Osimhen do ABCD and Osimhen would do it. Or a coach that can bring out the best out of Chukwueze, which is very important. Leave the technicalities to the technical board or team, whatever it is. They can work on that. Let the coach manage the players. And I think Herve Renard is very good for Nigeria. But then there was another link. We saw Chris Hughton. For those who don't know Chris Hughton, that is Ghana Black Star, Ghana, our former coach. He sent us to AFCON. And the AFCON, we disgraced ourselves horribly. And I hear that Nigeria Football Federation are considering him also. I beg, this is not my business. Yes, whatever my neighbor is doing is none of my business. But then, he might not be a good coach for us, Ghana, but might be a good coach for Nigeria. Who knows? Because he has a very good credentials with the kind of teams he has coached. Because currently he's being pursued by Ireland also. And also, we hear Nigeria are being linked to Coach Chris Hughton. All I can say is NFF should make the right decision. I can't say he's a bad coach or a good coach. All I can say is he might be a bad coach for us, but might be a good coach for Nigeria. That is all I'm going to say. But guys, this is my own reaction to Dominic Solanke, readiness to switch nationality to play for Nigeria instead of England. Let me know your thoughts about it down below in the comment. Thanks for joining me. My name is Adam. I'll make sure to see you in the next one. Charlie, we go vibe.